more on our huge selection of Nectar, DreamCloud, Sierra Sleep, and Diamond Mattress. Furniture and Mattress 86, across from the Churn Creek Post Office on Merchant Street, Reading.
From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Happy Saturday morning to you. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger in for Chase Wilson here. Not only today, but of course the entire weekend. We've got more rain through early next week. Snow levels between 3,000 and 4,000 feet. That snow we saw in the valley yesterday, that's over with. We're not going to see any more snow in the valley, at least for this weekend or early next week. Winds, that's what we're really concerned about this weekend, especially this evening and through the day tomorrow. Could see gusts easily 40 to 50 miles per hour. But it looks like this overall weather pattern we've been experiencing for the last week, we should get a break, I think, for everyone by Tuesday. But there is more rain coming in the forecast after that. Of course, I'm here. It's the weekend. Typically, I don't have the Krueger's Quickcast, but I'm here. So let's do your Krueger's Quickcast here for your Saturday, March 15th. Just a quick look at your forecast here for today, at least as quick as we can get, because there still is a lot to talk about even for today and going into tomorrow. But there you can see most of the showers will be on the coast. Everyone else fairly dry. There may be some fog in some low-lying areas, but for the most part, it's fairly dry out there. Now, we are seeing this stream of moisture right here. This is really going to be impacting us by tomorrow, but we're starting to see some of that kind of roll over that weak ridge of high pressure. That's what's giving us the cloud cover and even some of that light shower activity along the coast here for this morning. Now, through the morning hours, most of it is still to the north and west, and it's mainly Del Norte, northern Humboldt County that you are seeing those showers this morning. Now, as we progress to around midday, we're seeing some snow begin to develop north and west of the valley. Snow levels between 3,000 and 4,000 feet. So be prepared for the potential for chain requirements. I think Highway 299 should be okay, 299 west. But, you know, Buckhorn, Summit, Oregon Mountain, we'll have to kind of watch for that here throughout the day. And Highway 36 West is something you may want to watch today as well. Going into about 5 o'clock this afternoon, look where most of the activity is. It's mainly to the north. We are seeing some snow off to the east, but the valley looks to remain dry through a good portion of the day. I think the best chances for showers in the valley today will be in Reading later this afternoon, but don't count on much, and it won't last for very long. You can see the activity as we go into tonight mainly stays to the north, but now we're starting to see that atmospheric river begin to take shape. That's mainly going to be aimed at southern Oregon, but it will clip northern California, especially for places like Del Norte, northern Humboldt, and western Siskiyou County, and maybe even Trinity County getting in that as well. But as we go through the night tonight, all of this activity will be pushing eastward, and we will be looking at scattered showers eventually for tonight for everyone in the valley. And of course, you've got some snow flurries off to the north and to the east. So that's what it looks like through tonight. There is a winter storm warning until 11 o'clock Sunday for areas basically north and west. For these areas here, it's until 11 o'clock on Monday. So again, I was mentioning, we still have a chance for rain and even snow through Monday. Hey, you heading out to the Mount Shasta Ski Park over the weekend? Hey, how about this? This is what we've seen the last 24 hours. Over a foot of snow. Now we're at the summit depth of 111 inches. Groomed, tracked, unpacked powder. Boy, it's got a little bit of everything for everyone, right? Now, the road conditions are clear on I-5. Be prepared for the fact that you may run into some chain requirements on Highway 89 on the way up there, but overall, you should be okay. It's mainly the Mount Shasta Mountain Highway that they did mention that there's still a lot of ice on the Mount Shasta Ski Park Highway. All right, there you can see still over the next couple of days, a couple of feet of snow still in the forecast here. So a lot more snow as we progress over the next couple of days. So again, this morning, you're okay. You can see I-5, no chain requirements there, and even on Snowman Summit there are no chain requirements, but just be prepared for some icy conditions. And there you can see mainly Highway 36 West, also on Highway 299 West. As you get kind of closer to the Eureka area, there are some chain requirements there as well. So these are just things you need to be aware of. Taking a look at I-5 and Highway 89, there's a look at Dunsmuir, there's I-5, looks clear. Looks like a little bit of snow, but mainly most likely looks like some mist and some drizzle out there out towards Snowman Summit. So looking at the forecast road conditions for the rest of the day today, they are expected to improve, but as we do go through the afternoon, we may start to see some more of that snow. Now, as snow levels do rise a little bit, you're not seeing much blue on the map here, indicating, on I-5, it's kind of got the ice. That's essentially going to be the potential for some snow as we do go into tonight and early tomorrow morning. But look at Highway 299 West. Looks like Buckhorn Summit seems to be okay at this point, but you could be looking at the potential for some snow on Highway 36. Now, this is the wind I was talking about. This is basically for this evening and through the day on Sunday. Light blue here, or the blue here, is a wind advisory. This right here is a high wind warning. Those are the two main things that we're going to be looking at here as we look at the forecast. Now, today, the winds aren't all that bad to start off. By the afternoon, they're starting to pick up for the coast, especially out towards Siskiyou County as well, and even to the east. Still not that bad in the valley, but the winds are starting to pick up. Then we go into tonight and tomorrow morning, and yeah, everyone's starting to see those very gusty winds, and that's going to continue through most of the day on Sunday. So here's your forecast for your Saturday. Temperatures are going to be in the low to mid 50s. You've got 30s and 40s for the higher elevations, and I do expect those temperatures in the low to mid 50s here for your Saturday. And as we take a look at your 7-day outlook for the valley, again, mainly later this afternoon, as well as maybe Red Bluff, but I think Chico, you may be dry through a good portion of the day. Now, showers, this looks pretty intense. Overcast skies, yes, but not a ton of rainfall on Sunday. It's Sunday night into Monday. I think we'll see better chances for that rain. Dry for Tuesday. And then it looks like the timing, still kind of figuring that out with the forecast models, but it looks like Wednesday night, Thursday morning is when most of that next chance for rain will kind of come in here. For the coast, off and on rain here pretty much through Monday. That break on Tuesday, more often on showers here for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Siskiyou County, Modoc County, and the eastern mountains, of course, often on chances for rain and snow there. Snow levels are going to be higher over the next few days that we've seen over the last few days. And there you see the dry conditions for Tuesday. And then it looks like chances for showers again come Wednesday night and into Thursday morning, and then once again on Friday. All right, that's as quick as I could get through your Krueger's Quick Cast. Quick reminder, there is a free Weather NorCal app. Search for Weather NorCal, space between Weather and NorCal. And of course, you just download the app for free on your iPhone or your Android, and you will be good to go. Check it out. I always say this, if you like it, keep it. If you don't like it, take it off your phone. It's as simple as that. So again, we can see this moisture kind of coming right into Northern California. That's going to keep us under the mainly cloudy skies here, but really not a lot of rain for many of us. There you can see an area of low pressure. We've got this stream of moisture that's going to be heading our way, a bit of an atmospheric river, as much as I hate to say it, but it is a reality. There you can see as we go into 8 a.m. this morning, most of the showers are off to the north and west by midday. It's still to the north and west of the valley. Even Modoc County, eastern mountains, still fairly dry. Dry for everyone in the valley as well. Then we go into about 5 o'clock this afternoon. Again, it's mainly aimed and kind of pointed to the north here. We may see some showers around Redding, Anderson, Cottonwood, but as you head south of that, dry even through 5 p.m. Now, we are seeing some upslope snow flurries here for some of the mountains here. So, places to the east of the valley could see a few snow flurries there as well. And, keep in mind where you're seeing that snow, you've got that potential to see some of those chain requirements. All right, we take you into your Sunday morning at about 8 a.m. There's that atmospheric river. And again, this is a term, I know how much a lot of you hate it. Why can't you just call it rain? I get it. But this helps tell the story. It's that narrow column of moisture, and that right there is what's going to bring us the potential for some flooding out towards Del Norte, western Siskiyou, and even parts of Humboldt, and maybe even Trinity County could see that potential as well. But in the meantime, since this is more of a subtropical air mass, we're going to see those snow levels probably climb through the day on Sunday. Now, what will also happen with this is this will just kind of shift to the south and east through the day on Sunday. This is what's going to drive not only the heavier rainfall and heavy snow in the higher elevations, but also those gusty winds I was telling you about. So you can see by midday, still not a lot of activity for the valley or even to the east. Again, some of those upslope showers here and snow flurries off to the east, but the main band now is off to the west. Keep in mind within this, and really even in advance of it, you've got very strong winds, 40, even 50 miles per hour. Now, I'm putting in the winds here to show you something, because as we go into Sunday at 4 p.m., you see those strong south winds. This right here is that typical convergence line that we talk about here. So this is maybe not going to be the exact positioning of it. It may not even develop, but it's one of those things that as you see those strong south winds, a lot of times you can get those convergence lines here in Shasta County. And that's something we'll be on the lookout for as we go through the day on Sunday. Meanwhile, the main band, that main atmospheric river, is now here. We're kind of getting out of it, out towards the coast. So that's obviously good news for the coast. But you see how that's pushing to the east, heavy snow in the higher elevations, even some rain, a bit of a break to the west of that. And then we've got another disturbance pushing through Sunday night and into Monday. In fact, let's take you through the day on Monday. There you see, kind of pushes on through. See some decent rain coming in Monday morning for parts of the northern end of the valley. We've got snow in the mountains. Snow levels dropping again because it's going to bring in some colder air. 3,000 to 4,000 feet with those snow levels, and quite honestly, maybe even a little bit lower than that. That will then push through as we go through the day on Monday. By Monday night into Tuesday, we'll be looking at mainly dry conditions over Northern California. But again, we've got to get through this weekend. That's why there's a flood watch here, as I mentioned here, through 11 o'clock tomorrow night, Del Norte, Humboldt, and western Siskiyou County. Keep in mind, though, we're going to see some of that heavier rainfall and the potential for flooding, possibly even around the Trinity County area as well. Mudslides and debris flows are also going to be a bit of a concern. So on top of what we've already seen, over 3 inches of rain for Crescent City, you can see another 4 inches, another 2 inches possibly around the Eureka area. Look at Garberville, 3.9 inches of rain out towards Hoopa, 2.3, but then really outside of that main band, you start seeing less of that rainfall, but still some decent rainfall even coming for parts of the valley. There is a winter storm warning. So we're talking about rain, now we're talking about snow. There's the winter storm warning until 11 p.m. Sunday, basically for Shasta County, Siskiyou County westward, and then all of these areas here until 11 o'clock on Monday. Looking at the forecast snow totals, these are my estimates that I put in here. I think Mount Shasta City could pick up another 3 to 6 inches of snow, 1 to 2 inches possibly in Bernie, if we can get that snow level low enough. And there you can see out towards Chester, 3 to 6 inches, and Portola, about 4 to 8 inches. Now, looking at your forecast road conditions, we saw this a little bit earlier, but just kind of a quick reminder that conditions will improve through a good portion of the day today. But by this evening and tonight, we could be looking at more chain requirements developing here. Now, that's mainly going to be above, say, 3,500, 4,000 feet, so 299 west. You should be okay even through tonight and tomorrow morning. But as I always say, Mother Nature always has a way of surprising us. So check those road conditions, check the chain requirements if you are going to be traveling anywhere in the mountains for tomorrow morning. Taking a look at futurecasts, as we mentioned, still that chance for rain through the day on Monday, but there's that break. We're seeing that break for everyone on Tuesday, but you see this? We've got another parade of storms heading our way. Now, these don't look to be quite as impressive as what we've seen this week. So this looks to be coming in sometime around Wednesday night into Thursday. Then you can see another kind of reinforcing shot of some moisture here. We've got this kind of coming down the pike. So you notice the jet stream is fairly flat right here. We don't have any big ridges. We don't have any big troughs of low pressure. This is what we call a zonal flow type pattern. It's a very fast movement. It's kind of like, think of it like a river, and especially when you get those tightly packed isobars, it's just a fast moving air in the upper levels of the atmosphere. So what happens is these storms, they can be over here, but within 24 hours, they're almost pretty close to the coast here because this is moving through so quickly. But I do, bottom line, expect to see that potential for more off and on rain here really through next week. As I mentioned, Tuesday is the best chance for a break, and then by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even Saturday of that next weekend, a chance for some more of that rain. Look at the lake levels. Now we're all actually seeing them all begin to increase here over time, so certainly some good news here as the capacity is still pretty good and the historical average looking very nice as well. All right, now we're switching gears. We're going from rain to snow, now to the winds. Remember, we're talking about those winds are going to be very strong here. So anything that you see here, whether it's a wind advisory or a high wind warning, this is basically for this evening through the day on Sunday. It will expire a bit sooner off to the west because as the storm system moves eastward, the winds do start to die down. But let's take a look at those winds here. Today, a little breezy in some spots here, but no major wind events. By midday today, they're beginning to pick up for the coast. They're beginning to pick off to the eastern mountains and even into Siskiyou County. Not so bad in the valley just yet. Now, by the time we get into about 6 o'clock this evening, now we're starting to see those gusts over 30, even 40 miles per hour. And keep in mind, when you see the red areas, that's upwards of 50 miles per hour or higher. So let's take a look what happens as we go into tonight and tomorrow morning. We're really starting to see those winds ramp up here for the coast, especially for Del Norte County, and especially to the north here in Siskiyou and Modoc County. But the valley by tomorrow morning, you've got gusty winds, possibly over 30 miles per hour for tomorrow morning. By midday on Sunday, you see how the winds are still very strong for the coast, but they're showing signs of getting weaker. The storm system, as it moves to the east, now we've got very strong winds here for basically the valley, northward, and to the east here. Gusty winds across the board. Then we take you into your Sunday, 6 p.m., you see what's happening? You see this line right here. So some very strong winds off to the east, but winds are subsiding. But I mean, even though the winds are subsiding, it's still gusty along the coast. You're talking 20, even over 30 miles per hour. And even the valley a bit breezy here, over 20 miles per hour. But it looks like by Monday morning, those winds really start to die down. And that'll be the case here even as we take you into Monday afternoon. Now let's talk about the temperatures, because it's been below normal this week and it's expected to be below normal through a good portion of next week as well. But we're getting into the lighter shades of blue, indicating instead of where we've been here all this week, we're here for next week. What that's basically saying is temperatures are starting to increase a little bit. In fact, even though we're below normal this weekend through next week, we actually get closer to normal by that next weekend and even into that next week as well. The wave heights, boy, they are going to be fairly high here for today and tomorrow. If you don't have a small craft advisory, there'll be maybe a gale warning or maybe a hazardous seas warning as well. Bottom line, you've got gusty winds out there and high seas. We've got a gale warning this morning, and there you can see those south winds at about 25 to 30 knots. So here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast for your Saturday. Those temperatures will be in the low to mid 40s for your daytime highs, off and on showers here through Monday. We're dry by Tuesday with more showers by really through Wednesday into Friday of next week. Let's take you up to the north, 53 degrees for Gas Key, 48 degrees today in Orleans. There's Hoopa at about 51 degrees and 52 degrees in Willow Creek. We take you up to Siskiyou County, and there you can see Happy Camp about 47, 46 degrees in Fort Jones, and Tennant a high of about 40. Your Modoc County neighborhood forecast, you got those temperatures upper 30s to about 40. And those gusty winds eventually coming in later this afternoon and especially this evening. 41 degrees for Chester, 44 degrees in Westwood and Paradise, a high today of about 48 degrees. Your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Wolgamith Painting. Your temperatures will be in the mid to upper 50s for your daytime highs, with 58 degrees for Hamilton City and 57 degrees in Los Molinos. Looking at your 7-day forecast for Chico, well, it looks like it may be a little bit wet for your St. Patrick's Day, but dry on Tuesday, more often on showers, taking you through a good portion, if not all of next week. There you can see your Valley neighborhood forecast to the north, 53 degrees for Redding, 45 degrees in Whiskeytown, and 52 degrees in Palisadro. And looking at that 7-day forecast for Redding, looks like we are going to be looking at, of course, that chance for off and on showers. Really today, not very wet. It's going to be Sunday into Monday that you get the better chance for showers. That break on Tuesday, more often on showers for Wednesday through the end of next week. That's your morning update. I'll be back again at noon. Have yourselves a great morning.
Save more on Parker House, Ashley, and Coaster. Furniture and Mattress 86, across from the Churn Creek Post Office on Merchant Street, Reading.